Hello, fans. This one will be short and sweet. I'm doing things very informally anymore, as you can tell. Oh, by the way, bifocals. My first pair. I just got them about 2 months ago, so it's all downhill from here. I've been asked by a few people that I know, well, what are you working on creatively? And the answer is that I really don't have anything going on that's new for the most part. I'm just going back and revising some things that I had written and created in the past and getting them ready to put them out there, self-publish. 3 more of those phantasmagoric double feature storybooks. I think I talked about them in a prior video. It's been a while, but this is what they look like. Okay. 4, 5, and 6 phantasmagoric double features. They're just what they are. 2 fairly short stories in 1 volume, illustrated. They're novelties. They're nice little novelties. I had a lot of fun making them because I could experiment with all kinds of formats. And then there's this one. It's terrible. I can't think of the title off the top of my head. That's really getting bad. I need bifocals for my brain. But it is a book of 3 short silent films in print. Okay. Broken Battlement Productions. And they are very entertaining, at least I think so. I'll be honest, all these books are really expensive. It's affected self-publishing along with everything else, this crazy inflation. So I wouldn't really expect anyone to pay as much as they are. Like Broken Battlements is almost $30, but it's out there and I did it, and so I may start to transfer some of my published work into works available for free in PDF on my website. And even if I don't, I'm going to start that in the future, writing stuff that's free on my website. I'm not making a living out of this. There's really no way for me to do that unless I have a really big, powerful publisher or agent behind me, and I don't, and probably never will. So it would mean more to me that people were actually looking at these once in a while, getting a reading once every 3 months or so from somebody for free, rather than being on my Lulu.com storefront for 10 years and never getting a single purchase. So the other thing that I was starting to work on was I just had this hankering to go back and start making little figurines again, character figures. And I was thinking if I could do abstract figures that represent characters in stories and make illustrations from those rather than from the characters themselves. Like for instance, this guy here, I just made him. He's a throwback to, my youth with He-Man and Masters of the Universe and all my other action figures. He's about as close as I've come to making a actual action figure or wargaming figure, because while I love little figures, I don't make battles out of them. Not the Dungeons and Dragons way. I like drama, but I prefer it in real time and with real problems. So this guy here, I call him the Enforcer. He looks pretty intimidating, you know. If I were to describe a fictional character as the Enforcer, I would say that character is probably a bully. He probably has the ability to lock people up. You can see his cage with the padlock. And the helmet comes off. He has a rather interesting face underneath, but I don't think I'm gonna show that right now. He's got a hand that's actually a skeleton's hand. I got that at Michael's. I went shopping for several things at Michael's when I started on this retread of doll making, although I hate that word. That word is fine for people who really make dolls, but I'm not really making dolls. I'm making character figures. That's how I prefer to describe them. And I couldn't resist giving the Enforcer here a ram-headed staff, just like Skeletor has in Masters of the Universe. So that's my little homage to him and to younger, happier days with Masters of the Universe and Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain and all those wonderful, wonderful things. So that's what's going on. I wrote a play last spring and summer called The Remillard Heir. Heir, as in someone you leave your money to. And that didn't turn out too bad. And I think maybe someday it'll get a production. I don't know when, but it needs some other people to read it, you know, so I can get their feedback. And then also, I wrote a short story last summer titled The Eagle's Hunt, and I just like finished today recording that, and I'm going to make a video out of it with me reading the text, and then the video part of it will be illustrations that I've made to, you know, kind of show what's going on. So that's what's going on. And I have 2 novels in the deep freeze that I've dragged out, and I'm revising those. One is called Midnight Steps, and the other one's called Eden's Reach. And they're what I do best. They're camp with a heart and soul. That's what I do best. And that's about it. No acting on the horizon. I don't know if or when I'll ever do that again. It just seems to have dried up entirely. But I do continue to write. I do continue to create. Oh, my game. I said that I'm not really a gamer. I'm really not. But I did create a game, a card game called Picture Play. I started it in 2020, I think it was, and it was complex. It's very complex to make a game, you know, to make up a game from scratch. And this one is a card game that deals with the making of movies, and there's a point system, how to evaluate them and see, you know, whether it's a bomb, you know, or if it's a hit, a huge hit. It is made to be played by one person. However, 2 people can play if they've got 2 decks, 2 sets of the game, which is a good way to encourage people to buy it. When it's done, and I showed some cards along the way that I finished for it, there's 42 in total in the deck. And then there's one die, just one die that makes up the whole game, everything you need. And of course the score pad. I designed that. Who knew I could design a score pad? But I did, and it turned out pretty well. So, the Game Crafter, that's where I will publish that. Game Crafter is probably the best known self-publisher of games of all kinds. You name it, you can find it on there, the tools to make a game out of it and publish it. So eventually when it's finished, that's what I'm going to do is publish it through the Game Crafter so that it too can be purchased. So I thought that was kind of neat when it started to turn out so well. All right, well, I'm signing off now. As I said, this was to be short and sweet, and I may as well get back at it. Thanks for watching. Take care.